What's good, y'all? It's Ali back at it again with another YouTube video in which I give you guys mental models you can use to become extremely successful and accomplish all the goals you are after. So let's get right into it. So today I want to talk about consistency, and this is always a big one, right? You've heard about how important it is to be consistent to ensure you achieve your goals. You want to be able to do the same thing over and over and over again so you keep getting better so you eventually achieve your goals, right? And it's just true. The only way to win is to be consistent. You're not going to be able to just do something once and then have everything that your heart desires, bro. No, you have to be willing to do the work day in and day out. So let's define consistency quickly in the context of you achieving your goals. And really what it means is removing everything from your life that stops you from doing the same thing, same way every day. So a bit elongated there, but that's really what it means to be consistent, y'all. You just do the same thing the same way every single day. Any man who's reached the pinnacle of anything literally says, well, there was a time period where I was pretty much just doing the same thing the same way every single day. Every man. Because at the end of the day, that's just what it is. It's just a incredible stack of days where you were just doing the same thing, improving the same abilities, doing the same activities, getting better inch by inch by inch by inch, till you were just better than everybody else, that your outcomes ended up being better than everybody else. So you have to just make sure you're doing this. But in order to make sure you're doing this, you have to do what? You have to remove everything from your life that prevents you from doing it. Because we think that being consistent is actually about doing the same thing the same way every single day, which it is. But it's really about making sure you do that. Because this is simple. Like, understanding that is simple, right? You were like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Doing the same thing the same way every day. So why does nobody fucking do it? Because there's too many things in your life that are preventing you from doing it, right? People are inconsistent because there's so many things that are preventing consistency, right? If you have all these distractions, all these problems, all these issues going on in your life, how the fuck are you going to be consistent? How are you going to be able to do the same thing the same way every single day? You're not going to be able to. So let's talk about that shit. Let's break this down in a way that you can understand and act on it to ensure that you actually remain consistent so you can win massively in your life and start smashing these bad bitches, right? Okay. So first, it pretty much breaks down into this, because in life, there's people, places, and things that distract us. So, right? So it's people, places, and then things, right? So these are the main problems in life. So people is always the most massive one. A lot of you guys right now watching this, you got some bum ass friends, some bum ass, ugly ass, fuck ass friends that distract you all the time, that are not ambitious, that are not goal oriented. They're like, hey, bro, let's go on this 2-man. Let's go on this 3-man. Hey, man, let's go to the bar. Let's go to the club. Hey, man, let's do this. Hey, man, let's do this. Hey, let's travel. Let's go to the amusement park. Let's do all these things that have nothing to do with your goals, bro. Let's do all these things. And your dumb ass is like, oh, yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah, for sure. And you're like, damn, I'm watching this video that Ollie's making right now, and I'm actually hella inconsistent, and I don't know why. It's like, you got bum ass friends. So what choice you have to make here? You have to cut them off, guys, because they will distract you, and you've already been experiencing it. I'm not lying here. You're already experiencing it with your friends right now. You're like, damn, they really are distracting me. Like, I could be doing the work I need to do, but I'm getting distracted because they exist. They're saying, let's do this, let's go here, let's do all these things that distract you. So the only way you prevent yourself from remaining a bum is to do what? You got to cut them off, right? Cut off. And I already made a video already talking about what real friends actually look like for an ambitious guy. So if you want to watch that to better understand this process and cutting them off and what real friends actually look like to you, because I'm not saying you just have no friends. You could upgrade friends, but you have to know what it really looks like. So I'm going to drop that link below so you guys can watch that after this so you can really understand it. But this is pretty much what it breaks down to. If they're bums, you got to cut them off because they're going to distract you. They're going to prevent you from doing the same thing the same way every day. So they got to fucking go. All of them. None of them. Literally no friends that distract you. Boom. Okay, so places. So places is pretty much directly connected to people, generally speaking, right? You don't just randomly go to places where your homies aren't at. right? You don't just like, okay, if you don't have a friend who's saying go here, you don't just show up there for no reason. But essentially what this means is you just want to only go to places that have something to do with your goals. It should be home, then area where I need to do work for whatever my goals are. Let's say you're an athlete. It should be home, gym, home. Home, gym, home. Obviously, if you need to get other important things that you might need or whatever, of course you can go to the store and stuff. I'm not saying don't go to the store. I'm just saying that generally speaking, when you look at your daily schedule, it should just be, I'm going from my house to do the work I need to do, and then I'm going back home. That's where your primary areas of being should be. You shouldn't be going anywhere else. You shouldn't be, oh, let me go see what my cousin got going on. Fuck no. Oh, my aunt called me. Maybe I should go visit her. Fuck no. Sorry, we got to win, auntie. You won't hate on me when I'm a millionaire when I wasn't seeing you all those years. Understand? So you got to make sure you're not going to anywhere else. It's just home, work, back and forth, right? It's really just home and work, home plus work. That's it. That's all you go to. Because this ensures that you don't get distracted naturally. If you're just going from home to work and you know everything that is there and that's your general schedule in terms of where you go to, cool. You won't get distracted. You won't put yourself in any bad situations. Like I already said already, if you already have cut these people off and cut these bum ass friends off, you probably won't have to worry about this place thing so much, but this is just what your schedule should pretty much look like. And now, last but not least, things, right? Because sure, people can distract us and fuck us up, but also having certain things around us can mess us up, especially things that we enjoy doing, that we physically do. Prime example of this for a lot of you guys watching this is video games. You guys are playing too many fucking video games. There's absolutely no reason for you to have these massive ambitions for your real life and be playing video games. Makes no sense. None of you guys can sit here and justify to me at all that it makes sense why you play video games. It's literally just a gateway to distraction and nonsense. It really is. And that's just usually the primary thing for most of you guys. You know, I'm not saying that there's other things that you guys could be having around you that could not be distracting you or could be distracting you, because there is other things. It's just video games tend to be the primary thing for most men. It's like we play too many video games. And because of that, we're not focusing on our goals. So video games have to go instantly. No video games, bro. No video games. None of that, bro. No video games. Right? And this could also include too any drugs. No alcohol, no weed, none of it, bro. I know a lot of you dumbass niggas watching this. Like, oh no, man, smoking helps me be more productive. Shut the fuck up. If you didn't smoke, you would be more productive because you would not spend money on weed, and you would also not have to waste any time rolling up or doing whatever you do, getting a dab pen, whatever it is. You would just do work. So you can't justify that shit either. So no video games, no drugs. For sure. No video games, no drugs. That's actually I'd put this in the category of things as well. So no video games or drugs at all. None, bro. None of it. Alcohol, only will cause issues for you. Literally only a problem. There's no benefits. No one has ever said, man, when I started drinking more, I got more successful. When I started smoking more weed, I got more successful. When I started snorting more crack, I was litter. Nobody says that because it doesn't happen. So video games got to go. Drugs got to go. Those are the primary things you could do that cause problems for most guys all the time. So if you ensure you're not playing video games, you're not doing drugs, usually you have no other things that tend to distract you strongly. And guys, I'm not saying that you can't relax. If you've done all the work you've needed to do for the day, yeah, sure, you can watch something, you could read a book, whatever you want to do. But you want to make sure you have no gateway things that you can do, like playing video games or doing drugs or anything like that. Because you need to relax, you need to be able to recover. Why? So you can remain consistent. Because if you're just going super hard 24/7 and you never rest at all, how are you going to be able to do the same thing the same way every day? You're not going to be able to. You're going to burn out, right? You're going to clock out. Sure, you want to be pushing yourself every single day to do more work per day, but of course you want to be giving yourself time to relax every day, which is something I'll probably talk about more extensively in a later video. But generally speaking, yes, you want to have time per day where you do relax. You want to be going as hard as you possibly can per day, but also give yourself time to relax to ensure that you can keep doing the work day in, day out. Because what matters is, and what makes every man a winner, is his ability to just do what he needs to do forever. You're going to beat everybody eventually. If you're able to do the same thing, same way every single day, which is why this is so powerful, you're going to beat everybody. You just have to stay in the race longer than everyone, and you're going to get better results than everyone. So that's what matters most. And even as another thing too here, it's like even if you have yourself in a situation where, okay, I have done a certain amount of work in my day, and there was a lot of work that I did, and you're like, oh, I need to rest and relax, right? You want to have that time to ensure that you're not wasting willpower too. Because understand, guys, the biggest reason as to why you want to remove these people, places, and things is because you don't want to waste your willpower on avoiding distractions. You want to be able to actually be able to relax. You don't want to have to be like, no, Ali, I'm going to keep playing video games. I'm going to keep doing drugs because it keeps me productive. I'm going to keep these bum ass friends around. It's fine. It's not a big deal. I still do work. But the problem is you're not doing as much work as you possibly could do. You're not going as hard as you could possibly go because you have to waste willpower preventing yourself from being distracted. It takes willpower. And the problem is your willpower isn't infinite, bro. You're not just going to be able to just fight against your temptation forever. This is why you have to remove it. And the thing is, nigga, you don't get any brownie points for being like, look at me. I have everything that could potentially distract me around me and I still do my work. Ha ha ha. Nobody gives a fuck, bro. Nobody cares. You're just making your life harder for no reason and everybody is just laughing at your dumbass. Like, look at this dumbass. Look at him putting all these distracting things around him, acting like he's better than everybody else while everybody else is just actually using their willpower on just doing the work. Because it's already hard enough to achieve your goals. It's already hard enough to achieve your ambitions, as is. You want to be putting willpower in there and doing the work and overcoming obstacles and going through the pain and suffering, not wasting it fighting against dumbass distractions that you get no brownie points for fighting against. Stupid. Stop playing stupid games. Because you do this, bro. Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, honestly, what the hell? What's wrong with you? Stop doing that shit. So once those distractions are gone, you make sure you're not wasting your willpower on fighting against distractions because they're all gone. And now it's just you and the work you need to do. Because as human beings, we'd rather do work than be bored. We all hate being bored. We hate being bored. We'd rather do absolutely anything than be bored. We hate it. That's why we say, bro, I'm bored. And it's annoying. We don't like being bored. We like having our minds being occupied. So if it's just you and the work you need to do, you're going to do the work. There's nothing else to do. So even as a side note here, is what I would say. Not even really a side note. This is hella important. Naturally, after hearing all this, you're like, damn. So really, there's actually nothing else for me to do other than the work I need to do. That in itself seems kind of boring. Speaking of boring, right? That gets boring. And that's what it takes to be successful, guys. You have to be willing to be bored. So once this boredom eventually hits, and I'll finish off here, but once the boredom eventually hits, right? Boredom. That's the goal here. The goal is to get bored. Once the boredom hits from doing the same thing the same way every single day, because it eventually will, right? That's just what happens. You know, after you get out of the exciting growth period for whatever goals you're working towards, like everything's changing, you're improving a lot, whatever, you know, you're going to hit that plateau point where it's just, you're inching forward. It's just nice and slow and nothing really exciting is happening. You're like, I'm bored. And what a lot of you dumb niggas will do, you'll start trying to do something else. You're like, oh, let me do this, let me do that. You know what I'm saying? I need to get excited. It's supposed to be exciting. No, it's not. It's supposed to be boring. You're doing the same thing over and over again. So when it hits that boring point, instead of being like, oh shit, I need to do something else. I need something else that's going to excite me. You have to stop yourself and be like, no, this is what it takes to win. And then you just keep doing the work you need to do. And then obviously the need for excitement you're going to feel it again. You're going to be like, oh no, I need to do something. You're like, nope, this is what it takes to win. This is what it takes to win. And you do this over and over again till what happens? Boredom becomes normal for you. It becomes an instinctive part about what it takes to be successful for you. You're like, oh, I'm bored. Okay, good. This is what it takes. I should be feeling bored. I'm doing the same thing the same way every single day with no variation. I have no bum ass friends around me that are distracting me. I don't go anywhere else other than the places I need to be to do my work. And there's no things like video games or drugs or anything else like that in my life that I do. So good. I'm bored. This is the right thing to do. This is what it takes. As I said earlier at the start of this video, every man who's ever reached the pinnacle of everything, they're like, yeah, I just kept doing the same thing every day. That's just what I did for years. And then I won. So you have to go through that too. It only makes sense, right? I'm not saying, guys, oh my God, this is my opinion. This is my opinion on what it takes. No, this is just what it is. I'm just the messenger. You're going to just do the same thing the same way every single day and you're going to get bored. You're going to have to get used to said boredom. And because you get used to it, you're able to win now. Now it only becomes what? It only becomes a matter of time. Because nothing distracts you. You keep doing the work you need to do. You're okay with being bored. And then as time passes, eventually you win. So you have to be willing to do this. This is not like a choice or a debate or like, Ali, what about fuck no? You got to do this. You got to do this. You know? So yeah, man, if you guys mess with this a lot, like and subscribe. If you're like, oh, this is really what consistency looks like, this is how I got to do it. I just got to do the same thing the same way every single day for whatever goals that I'm trying to achieve. I got to, like, obviously you got to know the activities you need to work on. You need to do the same thing the same way every single day. Keep improving. You got to make sure you cut off the bum ass friends. You got to make sure you're only really going to home and wherever other place you need to do work at or you work at to improve at your goals. And then you have no things around you like video games or drugs that could distract you. That's what I got to do, Ali. I'm like, all right. I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory. So I might as well start right fucking now, right? So like this shit, man. So more guys can see this shit. I can grow the fam a lot more. More guys can make sure that they're becoming successful because they understand what it takes. They're mastering the skills of what it takes. They're not worried about the outcome and thinking about the outcome. They're thinking about, okay, what does it take to get the outcomes? Well, I got to be consistent. So let me make sure I master this. Let me make sure I act on this. And of course, if you love this, and you want to adapt more skills, then subscribe too, bro. You got to subscribe. You got to throw on post notifications so you can make sure to see more vids like this by me so you can ensure that you achieve all your goals, man. So yeah, man, without further ado, then I'll catch you guys in the next YouTube video. Deuces.